The government is shut down again, and President Trump says the blame lies squarely with Democrats. But while they point fingers in Washington, Trump is turning the situation into leverage. His strategy isn't just to outlast Democrats. It's to show the country which agencies America can live without.
We're on day 2, unfortunately, of a government shutdown. The president, the vice president, the entire team here will continue to work and talk to members on the Hill to try and come to a resolution, to try to encourage Democrats to muster up the courage to do the right thing. And we believe there will be a vote taking place tomorrow, and we hope that vote will lead to the government reopening. That's what the president wants to see, and that's what we're working on today. It's likely going to be in the thousands. It's a very good question, and that's something that the Office of Management and Budget and the entire team at the White House here, again, is unfortunately having to work on today. These discussions and these conversations, these meetings would not be happening if the Democrats had voted to keep the government open.
Trump's strategy.
From the start, Trump has been clear. Democrats are blocking his agenda, and this shutdown is proof of their dysfunction. Instead of scrambling to reopen government, he's using the moment to highlight agencies and programs that he says are bloated, partisan, or unnecessary. Key areas of spending like public transit, environmental programs, and certain regulatory offices are already frozen. Federal unions are suing to stop layoffs, but Trump's team is moving forward with plans to reduce the federal workforce, arguing that the shutdown shows how many employees and agencies are non-essential. The message is simple. If the country can keep running while parts of government stay closed, maybe those parts don't need to come back at all.
The White House report on economic fallout.
The Biden-era Council of Economic Advisors might be gone, but the new White House economists just released a detailed 4-page analysis warning about the costs of this shutdown. Every week, gross domestic product could shrink by 0.2%, about $15 billion in lost output. A month-long shutdown could push 43,000 more Americans into unemployment. Federal workers and contractors stand to lose $30 billion in pay and spending power if this drags out for 4 weeks. Programs like Women, Infants, and Children and Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which support over 45 million Americans, including 16 million children, are already running out of funding. Critical government data, financial oversight, and export approvals are all delayed, raising the risk of market volatility. Trump's response? He insists the real damage comes from Democrats' refusal to compromise, not from his strategy.
Why this matters politically.
Trump isn't just waiting for the shutdown to end. He's using it as evidence that Washington doesn't need to function the way it has. For his supporters, this is proof he's serious about cutting the size of government and taking on what he calls Democrat-controlled agencies. Democrats will try to frame the shutdown as reckless, but Trump's bet is that the longer it lasts, the more Americans start questioning what government actually does for them, and whether they even miss it.
Looking ahead.
If the shutdown stretches into late October, the real test will come when paychecks stop for active-duty military, border agents, and law enforcement. Trump is gambling that they and the public will blame Democrats, not him. If he's right, this shutdown becomes more than a budget fight. It becomes a political weapon. In Washington, most shutdowns are temporary embarrassments. For Trump, this one is different. It's not just a standoff. It's part of his strategy to prove that less government isn't a crisis. It's a choice.